because they have Sombra. Yeah, it's a rush comp. Rush comp versus a brawl comp.
Yeah, so the Unicorn Corgis here, they're running that kind of adaptation of the Korean Rush where it's not a Reaper, it's not an Echo, it's a Tracer in that hit scan slot. So we'll see what actually happens there as Flawless immediately just picks off Ite on the fadeaway. And hopefully here that'll lead to a fight win for Astrum Vega. I'm sure they can clean up and convert this one pretty easily.
Yeah, just the Korean rush comp just is a worse version of brawl in my opinion than just the Diva Premier Rhine brawl. So it's expected that they win this out here.
Yeah, they're not capping the point though. I mean, Astrum Vega, they're just chasing those picks and going for the kills. But of course, finally we get the point cap coming through, and now they'll start accruing percentage.
They got quite a big stagger onto Lucio, but he should be back anytime soon. Astrum Vega do have the ult advantage here with having a lot of ults for this fight here.
Yeah, that amplification matrix is something to look at as well. If they can get that off and get a ton of damage, even a 5-strike through it, it could be massive. Slam laid down there by Magic alongside the window, and that'll be all you need to really clean up there. Good follow-up from Astrum Vega to make sure they push in with their Reinhardt in that shatter.
Yeah, definitely. Just going into that small room when you knew that they have shatter is not a wise decision, especially if you only have the monkey bubble to stop you from getting shattered there.
Yeah, it's difficult as a monkey to block those shatters, but now it's the monkey instead that has that ultimate. Sadnap going to be looking to potentially make something out of that as Azix gets the flick shot, eat onto that pulse bomb. That is extremely flashy. Should potentially even win the team fight for them here. Sadnap going mad in the back, looking to take out Degabanis, who is on a sliver of HP. The EMP lands, it catches 5, but I mean, the bomb doesn't find anything, so quite an unnecessary ultimate. It does buy space and time, however. So now around 70% on the point when it'll get flipped over into Unicorn Corgi's possession.
Yeah, just the ult economy on the side of Unicorn Corgis was like they did use quite a lot of ultimates there. They used the Monkey Primal, they used the EMP bomb, and they used the Pulse bomb as well. So they will only have the support. Actually, they've just built another Pulse. And they'll have support ultimates going into this next fight.
Yeah, this is tragic though. That engage was just had so much punch to it, right? Degabanis with a high noon buying space, and then the bomb was there to follow up. It's looking hard to win here now for Unicorn and Corgis. The Diva's gonna get staggered out here as well. Everyone wanted to exit, but it looks like the Moira and the Diva are gonna be the last ones back from that spawn room. So who's gonna touch it?
Yeah, it seems like Tracer. It seems like Ite is wanting to touch the point here, trying to get past Degamantis.
Yep, Degabanis misses that flash actually, so doesn't manage to take out that Tracer. Instead, the Pulse Bomb lands onto Azix, but again, an Eat comes through there, and in fact it's from Spooky this time onto Flawless's Blizzard. That could actually be the play that turns around this fight right now as Sadnap builds up that Primal Rage, but they go from like 1000 to 200 HP in literally milliseconds. They're just playing so carefully now, trying not to fall here, because the more players alive, the better here for Unicorn Corgis. Now, High Noon, Degabanis manages to demech the Diva with it, and Unicorn Corgis, they step off the point.
That was tragic to watch, to be honest. Very tragic.
Was that C9? Would we call that C9?
They had 3 players alive. I'd consider that a C9 there. Yeah, yeah, very much so. Yeah, just Unicorn Corg is just having the worst brawl in this scenario there. As soon as they saw the brawl, the regular brawl, I reckon they should have just gone just mirror. They could have had a little bit of a chance there.
Yeah, honestly, I myself am not fond at all of like the monkey kind of fast-paced brawl style that teams play. Not sure about you, but it's just it's really interesting. But now we get a double bubble instead here from Astrum Vegas. They're not playing any kind of rush, they're just going to go ham into the backline with that Echo, with that Tracer. And the tank line's kind of changed up here for Unicorn Corgis. They've got something that has a lot more sustain to it, this kind of Reinhardt comp.
Yeah, it's a kind of mix between a regular brawl and a rush comp. just having the BAP and the Reinhardt switched around.
Yeah, for sure. But now, point presence gained for Unicorn Corgis. The anti actually comes through there onto the tank line, so Sadnap, Ace Boogie have to have resources invested into them. But now they can go ham onto that front line. They take out Magic, who is just a little bit out of position. Ace, however, does get taken out that mech, and with Mirak going down, is potentially turnable here as Azix beams down Sadnap as well. This Zari is just outputting so much damage in the team fight, cleaning up on a bunch of those final blows. The flip does come through here.
Yeah, getting 17% on the point just first off is just a good starter. But the Unicorn Corgis will just have to push again here onto the brawl that Astra and Vega have.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to push in because there's no real targets you can go for. When Axa 1's making plays like that, it's all good. They take out Degabanus with a headshot, and hopefully that makes this a winnable fight. However, Axa 1 is traded out, and with that Nano Boost coming through as well, it's potentially winnable. Astra and Vega, they're trying to turn this one around. The anti comes through, and he deals so much damage alongside that Monkey Nano, and now the Primal. They boop 2 people off the map. David and Ite go into the drink there, and Magic, I mean, that's just Primal mechanics right there.
Yeah, just being able to juggle as Monkey especially in maps like this is very useful. Just being able just to yeet them off the edge, really. The ultimate economy, well, the ultimate advantage here is on Vega's side, as they do have every single ultimate apart from the Monkeys, and Corgis have every single ultimate apart from their DPS, which is...
Oh, that is a massive graviton. Ace, though, eats up the pulse bomb, so it's not over yet. Ace also takes down Azix, so just putting the team on his back right now. And they get a 2k bomb. What more can Ace Boogie do here on the Diva? Just clutching up for Unicorn Corgis. Slam comes through, Froggy blocks it up. But look at this, there's no point presence whatsoever for Astra and Vega, and they get the point wrestled from them by the hands of Ace Boogie.
Yeah, that was a very large... is like, if you're not gonna eat the grav, you may as well eat the pulse that goes along with it. The anti-nade there was nearly detrimental for the team, but they somehow turned it around.
Well, speaking of anti-nades, Dom landed yet another one onto the core of Unicorn Corgis while you were talking. And it ends up turning straight back over for Astra and Vega here. It seems like Unicorn Corgis, whenever they get that cap, they always just make some sort of mistake and it gets flipped immediately over.
Yeah. I reckon it's just because Vega are just able to recontest so quickly because of their high mobility on this comp that they have here.
Yeah, it's really difficult to stay in a dive, well, against the dive anyway, as Mirak, Sadnap both go down here. So Unicorn Corgis once again taking a loss in this team fight with 90% on the board. Doesn't look like anyone will be able to even provoke that over time. The Diva can potentially get on, but I mean, what's it gonna matter? No one else coming back from spawn whatsoever. The Unicorn Corgis, the ball will try and touch, but just not there in time. And Astra and Vega, like we predicted, are going up 1-0 in the series so far.
Yeah, Astra and Vega seem very strong, just setting like just all expectations right now. Just it could possibly be a pretty fun game. Here's the monkey juggle.
Yeah, this was really good. I mean, a lot of it was just, you know, spamming that left click button and jumping around, but I mean, that's what you can say about really any ultimate in the game of Overwatch, right? But
Yeah,
I mean, there was some good mechanics demonstrated there by the monkey, and as well as that double boop off the map. They didn't get credit for the Lucio boop, which was quite saddening.
Yeah. But Astra and Vega seem very strong right now. Just 2-0ing Unicorn Corgis right now. It's just that they're going for Corgis are going for like a very brawl comp, right? Like whether it's like
Yeah.
rush or regular brawl. It
seems
seems
like
like they're more stronger in brawl comps than they are in dive comps so far.
Yeah, Unicorn Corgis, they're really tending towards that kind of fast-paced rush or brawl style, whatever you want to call it. Because I mean, in both rounds there, we saw the Sombra being whipped out from them. I believe first round it was XO1 on it, and then it was Ite on it. So they're just tending towards these kind of Sombra compositions, hoping to maybe build up fast
Yeah.
DMPs. But the problem is, whenever they're getting neutral hacks in team fights, you want to play fast onto that. And Astra and Vega, they're doing really well at kiting that aggression.
Corgis are choosing Numbani here, which is because of the high grounds, could be a very dive map here. So it could be very interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they play Nimbani after showcasing a bunch of brawl compositions. I'm assuming Unicorn Corgis here. They might want to get value out of the Sombra pick that I was just talking about. It's really good on Nimbani. Lots of high ground that you can use to build up that EMP quickly.
Yeah. But it will be interesting just to see whether they do try and go for a brawl comp and attack here, or whether they go for a dive or a double bubble here.
Yeah, I feel like
I'll,
out of what Unicorn Corgis could play, I reckon that kind of Winston Zarya is probably a composition they might want to tend towards.
yeah, they're going for a.
I'm sure they're not playing Junkrat Dive, don't
No,
worry.
surely
No.
not.
Not at
Surely not.
all. This
Uh,
is like what you'd see like your team play, you know?
hey, okay, okay. I mean,
Wait, is it actually?
It makes sense. We don't have a flex DPS yet, but Astra and Vega going for the standard dive with a Ash here, which could be very uh, big for them because Ash can just hold the high grounds.
Yeah, this is a
And get
very
a lot of hit.
safe and sensible composition from Astra and Vega. They've got the Ash, they've got the Echo,
Wait,
that's both hit scan and flex DPS presence. And, I mean, we were
wait.
talking about the Junkrat being a potential throw pick, and here it comes. They're playing the double explosive kind of spam composition. And against something with against this Winston Diva composition specifically, I mean, there's so much mobility here for Astra and Vega, I don't think the Junkrat will get too much value. Azek's already just contesting that high ground, going head to head against that Winston, as Flawless and Degabanis get the first picks off.
Flawless and Degabanis just getting the pharmacies. Like, pharmacy is very, like, in this comp is, like, the main focus for this comp here.
My God. What is this? Junkrat Genji on a Lucia Winston Diva.
Are they picking comfort picks?
If these are their comfort picks, I would not want to be playing competitive play against these guys. Degabanis, a gigantic dynamite to just light up the entirety of Unicorn Corgi's squad there. Cleans up onto Ite as well. And this long angle that Degabanis can hold is just so good.
Yeah, Ite picking McCree here. They must be very confused in comms right now.
They keep swapping their composition. This is you don't play McCree with Winston Diva. What is this?
Yeah, but with the Genji pick, like Genji requires so much resources from the team.
Well, they let loose the Nano onto that Monkey, so Sadnap can have some potential to get damage done in this team fight, but for that entire Nano duration, they were on the high ground. They weren't forcing anyone back. Instead, it's Ace Boogie and Exa1 here with the dive together that ends up taking a couple players down. But Degabanis fights back with that Bob, puts in such a good location to catch some stragglers out there, and Astrum Vega once again holding strong.
Yeah, just Mirak just not having the sleep in order to just disable the Bob there. I'm not sure where they put it, to be honest.
I believe it was in
They
main.
get that stagger onto the Genji.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Exa1. I mean, what is this? Everyone's going in already for Unicorn Corgis, while Exa1 is still returning from spawn. This is the stuff you see in my plat games. Jesus Christ. The duplicate comes through from Flawless here, though, with Sadnap stuck on that low ground, can't do much to contest it, and Magic here with the tasers and the fists, just absolutely just tearing through the squad of Unicorn Corgis there. That is a Winston diff right there.
Yeah, very much so. Having two Winstons just compared to your one Winston, it's very much a Winston diff.
Yeah,
But
two Winstons, one Diva. It's it's a lot of damage.
Both all of the tanks in the game do have their ultimate available here. with Exo 1 not having a blade just yet, being 1 HP from the anti.
Is
That
this
was
an
a great
AKM
push.
blade? Like, this is... What? It's taken so long. Jesus. Well, dive comes through here. Sadnap trying to contest that high ground once again. Booped off there, I think, by Essex on the Diva. As Dom gets out of the line of sight of that bomb quick enough. Ace Boogie can't carry him this time around. And Exo1 goes down. 86% towards that blade, and you're going down. That's tragic. And with Mirak as well, falling to that Primal Rage. It's looking like one-fight territory here for Unicorn Corgis. They have to pull
Yeah.
something out of their backsides.
Yeah, I'm still confused why they're still sticking with the McCree Genji here. Like, McCree's, like,
Oh no.
McCree can't secure those high grounds just because their comp is just able just to dive on and off on high grounds and just disable him.
I'm pretty sure this actually literally is an AKM blade. It's been like 3 minutes 45 seconds. I think it took to build
Better
that
be a
blade up.
5k.
That's insane. Well, bomb comes through here from Azix. And like you say, I mean, 2 picks off there for Astrum Vega. Now the blade has to come through from Exo1, trying to clutch it up. But it gets taken down by the Bobs again. So well placed there in main from Degabanis. And what on earth can Unicorn Corgis do against this? They're just inferior composition.
I'm speechless, just absolutely speechless, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, that was a remarkable showing there from Astra and Vega. Really good stuff from Dagobah specifically as well, I want to highlight.
yeah, to be honest, if they want to win, if they want to win, oh wait, if they want to win next map, I think Gibraltar might be the way to go.
What, so they can just play that Genji style and hope it
Yes.
works? I
No,
mean...
no, 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 no. If Astra and Vega want to win next map.
Oh. Oh, no, yeah, definitely. I would completely agree. I mean, Unicorn Corgis, that dive was just horrendous. I mean, not to, you know, belittle them
Yeah.
or anything, but they're just... They played McCree Genji. It took the Genji a whole, like, 3 minutes plus to build up that blade.
Yeah, it did take a while. So my comfort picks theory, probably not
Yeah,
the
there's no way
case.
you comfort pick Genji and then take that long to build up your ultimate, right? Like,
Yeah.
Genji mains usually have at least some sense of how to build up that blade quickly.
Well, we'll see from Flawless here. See whether he can show XO1 how to play Genji here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting pick again. Like, I think Flawless just really wants to have some fun now, given that Astra and Vega have kind of sized up their opponents, realized, okay, we've got 4 minutes, let's just get that Nano Blade and win it.
Yeah. Uh, Azix is going for a ball here
Ooh.
instead of the Diva.
So the idea with this is to get the ball to engage first, I'm assuming, with a pile drive, and then Degabanis and Flawless can just dash in and blink in and just clean up on the pile drive targets. That's a really smart play, actually, but Azix gets slept up here, so can't quite do it to the highest effectiveness, but Exo1 and Mirak are already down. Unicorn Corgis, they've pretty much got no chance here. Sadnap trying their best to make a difference here, takes out Flawless on the Genji, but the cat will probably come through here from Astra and Vega, as it's just the cleanup and the conversion that they need to make work here.
Yeah, just trying brawl on a no, sorry, trying dive just after a brawl. Like, we've seen a lot of brawl comps. Yeah, I see why they prefer brawl brawl
Yeah.
comps instead of these dive comps here.
No, yeah, Unicorn Corgis, they're struggling a little bit. They're just literally getting onto this point and hopefully staggering it out. And I mean, it's all for naught here, right? Astra and Vega, they're 2 up in this series on match point. After whipping out some quite interesting strategies with that Genji.
Yeah, very. I'm just still shocked.
No, I think we all are. Like, I didn't think it'd be this much of a roll.
Yeah. I mean, the previous match there says it all, to be fair. 3-1,
Absolutely.
Aston Vega 3-1ing, and then Unicorn Corgis getting 3-0'd. But
It is tricky for Unicorn Corgis, I will admit. I mean, they were
yeah,
playing, like, for one, we've been mentioning constantly, they're playing the weird compositions with the McCree, the Genji, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
But then after that, you kind of look at as well just the general play of them. They're not, diving in a coordinated way together and that kind of stuff.
yeah. But the thing that confuses me the most is that they choose Numbani. It's not the other way around. Astrum didn't choose Numbani, they choose Busan. but Corgis to choose Numbani, and was a weird comp, to say the least. Uh, yeah, just yeah, just shock. just I'm just gonna say it again, just shock. Like,
Yeah, it's this is insane. It feels like
yeah,
the Toasty curse at this point, because I think every series that I've casted in Spectral League so far has been a 3-0. So it's I reckon at this point it's just the caster curse of having me casting your game, and I've been casting a lot, to be fair, for Spectral League, but it seems
yeah,
like there's a lot of just one-sided games where a really good team goes against a really bad team. It seems.
yeah. But like going into the comps a little bit more, like having Genji as a dive, like for an Ana, that's a lot of resources that you have to put into your Genji. Like, like if they have a break, if they have a break, it's like hard to try and get some sort of value with Blade. Just
Yeah.
on its own. Like, and especially like you'll be nanoing Monkey, but then you also have to know when to like Nano Blade, and things like that.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a better option, right? If you don't trust your Genji to get like that massive, 5-6K play with the blade, that you might just want to nano your monkey and get that primal up instead,
Yeah,
right? Use one ultimate to build up another one. Like using nano in a very ult economy kind of way. Sometimes works a lot better than that blade, like you said.
yeah. Or even like it's a little bit cursed, but even like just having an Echo, like, and then nanoing the Echo just so she can get her ultimate her duplication faster, and then
Oh,
copying.
that actually that's funny you mentioned that, because like I think myself as an Echo main, well, Echo and Mei main, as you know, I like whenever I get nanoed in like a game, whether it's competitive or in a scrim, I just I miss all my shots. So perhaps sometimes it's perhaps not the best mentally for your Echo to be getting that nano, because obviously the
Yeah,
stress of having that nano is a lot more on a mechanical hero than it is on just monkey go burr, you know.
yeah. But they're going with the Junkertown here for the escort map. Possibly could be the final map of the series.
I
Be
mean, you
interesting.
say possibly. I at this point, I'd be willing to say it just will be. I mean, I want to believe in unicorn corgis, but when the underdog story is this hard to make work, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see though. I mean,
Uh,
they're teasing
Wait.
again the dive composition. Also,
Did
the teams
the
have been swapped
the
around.
teams have been swapped around? Yeah, I was about to say. Wait, when was Flawless on Unicorn Corgis?
Yeah, no, the teams have been swapped around, so we're waiting on a producer to get those team names swapped. But while that's happening, I mean, look at these compositions. We got Magic and Azix tending towards Monkey again, like we saw from the
Yeah.
Mundumbani.
Yeah, their dive comps are very strong. We've seen through the past two maps here. It could be interesting, especially against double shield. Could be interesting here.
Yeah, I always feel like double shield versus like any kind of Winston composition is just a really weird kind of matchup, because the Winston can get bested down easily, but also if you get a coordinated dive, it can really tear it apart. It's such a dynamic matchup, and we see here Magic again just getting a bunch of damage in with that taser. I think they're just going to try and build up the primal and try and get some disruption through, but EXO-1 being dove on that high ground perch by Magic. What a call out. I'm not sure who in comms called that one out, but some brilliant shot calling there from Aston Vega.
Yeah, just everyone going onto the dive on the on XO1. Very very big. Just clean up here from Aston Vega. Uh, yeah, Unicorn Corgis have been playing quite a lot of different comps throughout this series. Like double shield, kind of dive, shadow brawl, kind of brawl.
Yeah.
Like
It
very
kind of just feels like they value themselves as a very flexible team, but it's like they're jack of all trades and they are not actually great at any singular composition. Azix though, bit out of position, gets flashed up by the McCree as Degabanis wins the Widow duel there against EXO-1, and now Magic can go freely in the front line, get this tasing through, and that should be the first point cap here for Aston Vega, all sorted out.
yeah. The ultimates for each team do seem very strong. Has Froggy used his ultimate yet?
Don't believe so.
No. So that we might see a dry blade in this next fight here. And a primal definitely. We're gonna see in this next fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
the
yikes. The thing
yeah,
is there, Exo-1, going from a really predictable position on this Widowmaker, you're just going to get dinked up like that. Finally, though, they win that duel against Degabanis, actually denying the sights now, so bit of an ultimate wasted there for Astrum Vega, and they're going to have to play passive while they wait for these sights to expire from Exo-1. Azixlo, demacked.
yeah. Just like I was about to say that having Res wasted on that early on in the fight could be detrimental, but just seeming like they are winning the fight right now until Astrum Vega do regroup and push again.
Yeah, Exo-1 redeeming themselves for that slow blade charge from Numbani. It looks like they're actually turning up now. But everyone's kind of dropping to the low ground here for Unicorn Corgis. They're trying to go aggressive, but now the blade comes through. Flawless, going for it, gets that nano boost as well. Slicing through those players, in fact, just going for the Orisa. It's who they're going for. But it does work out there. Sadnap and David both fall to that blade. And it will be the cleanup coming through here from Astrum Vega. They can potentially roll this one through to the end of second point before a recontest even happens.
I'm not sure if Magix was waving at XL1 before staggering her or him. But I think he was waving just for a little bit of disrespect.
Yeah. Gotta love the BM sometimes from these teams, of course. It's always nice to see. But Baptiste actually alone on the high ground, being dove onto by that monkey, so has to be peeled for now. And here's the interesting thing now, it's just a Genji alone on the payload, somehow outdueling an Orisa. Ite, though, looking to maybe pop off with these Junkrat shots and mines. This won't happen, though, as that bomb comes through, breaks the shield, and Magic going wild with that Primal Rage. And the cap comes through for second point, 4 minutes on the bank, and it's looking like a full map cap here if I had to make a bold prediction.
Yeah, they have 4 minutes to capture the last point.
That's a lot for Junkertown, by the way. Like, that is
Yeah.
an extreme amount.
Yeah, just having the widows on this, like, if you're Degamanis, just getting the high grounds here would be very, very advantageous.
Yeah, it really is, and Astrum Vega are helping them out with that, because it was Dom and Magic there who were holding the high ground, and now they've dropped down to just go for an utter brawl in the front line. Ite, though, bites back with a tire onto Dom and Flawless, so 2 players down, but Dagabanis is here to bail Astrum Vega out, and they get the teamfight win off of this. In fact, the monkey goes into the spawn room there, maybe a bit of hubris from Magic, but again, Dagabanis, the 3rd pick of this teamfight so far, somehow managing to flip this one over.
When did XO1 swap to the Genji here on a double shield comp?
Literally moments ago, I think.
Okay, so they've got a junk Genji on a double shield comp.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. I mean, you know, you can argue that, you know, last year's Summer Showdown meta for Overwatch League was that kind of Genji double shield meta, but it doesn't quite work in this scenario because Genji isn't madly buffed like before. But we'll see here. Flawless going in now. Has that nano, goes for the Dragon Blade, getting into the backline there. Mortality Field just slows down death there, making it more painful for Marak. But Degabanis and Froggy P have both been taken down. Exo-1 turning up on the Genji here, potentially flipping this one over. But they don't end up doing that. Magic takes him out with that Taser Cannon. And it looks like this will just be a nice roll through into 3rd point, as the Primal Rage will keep everyone in that spawn room.
Yeah, it's just David trying to cap onto the final point there. Didn't manage to
Spooked
get
off
it.
by the Primal there, in the air as well.
But a little bit high to contest.
A little bit high. I mean, you could say that about the entirety of Unicorn Corgis right now, given the competitions they're running. No, that was a joke for the sake of professionality. That was we do not condone drug abuse in this this caster booth.
Nah. Just don't do drugs, I guess. Yep. There you go.
Don't do drugs, kids. Go to school. I'm definitely not doing that right now, but you know.
Could we see a full hold on Junkertown here?
That's my question to you. I mean, listen, you're the 5-head one here. I have no idea. Potentially, given how dominant this has been for Astrum Vega so far, but who knows?
Winston Sigma?
No, they don't. They don't run this.
No.
This is like one of those metas you see develop it for like 1 week in Overwatch League, and then it goes away the next week. Like what?
Yeah.
This is not. This isn't viable. They don't run this here.
Right. I'm just as confused here as I am on Numbani. I was on Numbani. Like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're just getting
Ryan,
teased in the spawn room here. I don't think they're actually running any of this.
Okay, Ryan Monkey. Okay, yeah, no, we're getting teased, 100%. Wait,
Yeah.
no, we're not. Wait, hang on.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, they're running it. They're running the Monkey Sigma. Okay. This is... I mean, that was the greatest debate of all time, I'll tell you that much. But, I mean, they have actually ended up running it. But David goes down immediately. Their Degabanis, again, just showing their proficiency on this Widowmaker pick. And that'll kind of slow down the tempo here for Unicorn Corgis. They don't want to engage without their Mercy. That being said, they still go for it, and Sadnap dies immediately. That's why you don't go in without your Mercy.
Even if he had his Mercy,